yeah, I would love to see changes in like how the drafts have been going so far, because I've really noticed that no teams have been banning Rakan or Saya, and they're not giving any amount of priority in Rakan and Saya. So yeah, we'll be loading into the drafts. Right? Here we go.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that there have been no like what it was like the huge like picks like exactly like the Rakan and Saya
is such a massive lane dominant.
I'm very surprised because last I think it was Conquest they had it right, and they had a lot of priority to that, and then for some reason now it just kind of fell off. Maybe it's not anybody's playstyle. But we're guys rolling into it. We have the Ezreal ban first ban. That's honestly what I'm really surprised that there hasn't been an Ezreal in any of these games. Well, I guess it's because it's more early game oriented.
Yeah, I guess so. Mid game, Ezreal ramps up
in the mid game. But even then, that's like the same purpose as Kai'Sa. But again, I guess they just wanted the go-in factor of Kai'Sa rather than like the poke factor.
Yeah, and Ezreal is one of the safest ADCs to be honest. Like, if you want to play
safe one, if not the safest.
Yeah. Probably the safest. Actually. Yeah. You could just leave him in the lane and roam outside and just let him use his mystic shots to secure.
He's probably my favorite AD carry, honestly.
Yeah, same here. Like,
next to
super
Jinx,
safe.
You can never go wrong with him.
But we do see the Morgana and the Saya finally getting
You speak too soon.
Yeah, you spoke
way too soon.
I wanted to see Rakan Saya today, especially, and yeah, of course you have to ban the Saya or the Rakan when you see the Morgana ban, because if you do pick up the Rakan Saya combination, it gets countered by the Morgana, because Morgana just hard counters that lovers tandem over there. The power of the combination between those two is the chain CC that they have, like one after the other, the knockups and the roots, the charms, everything. Morgana negates that by stopping the initiation from the Rakan.
You just press one button.
You could just push one button with the black shield and no CC.
Well, you pick one of the two.
Yeah,
which is like
she has two ways of negating the combination of crowd controls. But anyways, we round things off with the Sylas and the J4.
Once again, this seems to be like either really meta or somebody's scared of something. These teams.
I'm really scared of Sylas when it comes to these kinds of things, because practically you just have another form of... If you ever draft for like team fighting team composition, Sylas is just a nightmare.
Usually if you do team fight team, somebody has an ultimate worth stealing.
Yeah, like Nautilus.
Like exactly, just like it's the first pick.
A stronger version of the Nautilus ult as well, because
AP scaling.
AP scaling, right?
Scaling, it's gonna hurt. Oh, is this real? This is actually real.
When I play top, I always play Teemo in this in the last 3 patches, because you're playing in my heartstrings.
You don't get it. I'm sorry.
5 stacks on your shrooms is insane in the late game, man.
Yeah, well, see, I'm kind of excited to where this Nautilus will go. So you could probably fit either in the support lane, the jungle lane, or the top lane. Probably one of the classic flex picks in League once again. And then we're going to be riding off is this a Warwick pick, really? I actually haven't seen a lick of Warwick in a minute. You know?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Zach. Okay, no, I'm down. I like that.
Really good.
Zach, since he got his ulti reverted back, he's been having a lot since.
And has been buffed this patch as well for World's patch, because right now, for those of you who don't know, his passive Bobs now actually works even better. Like, it stacks onto each other right now. There's a bit of a stacking mechanic right now for his Bobs, so his sustainability in the jungle has been really insane, and even with champions. So when you do these skirmishes with like 1v1s, he's actually more potent right now when
really
he goes 1v1.
So when he first got his rework, and they gave him a higher AP ratio on his W, I think, to add % damage. I called that AP Zach was going to be coming back into the top lane and jungle, and it did for like a couple months. They were just going Runic Echoes with one more AP item. Preferably, I went the Liandry's because there's a lot of burn damage and % damage, and it did work. I was like, you know what, I should be playing more often.
But anyways, you do see the Poppy pick, which is a
Poppy
good
Olaf
counter actually onto the Gnar.
Yeah.
Because of the root effect from the dashes, so it technically negates mobility. A lot of mobility being the front line, right? So you have the Zac dash.
This Poppy pick is actually godlike. She blocks one of everything from their current.
Yeah,
team.
and the worst part is it even has the what do you call this? The grounded effect now.
It does?
Yeah. 2 patches ago, they put the grounded effect on Poppy when she blocks off.
Oh my
dashes.
god!
So that's insane.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's rough.
You can't
even flash. You can't even flash.
You're not gonna get away anymore. That's actually rough. So that's gonna be wow. They actually banned the Rakan.
Yeah.
They must be scared of something.
I mean, they locked in the Nautilus.
Yeah,
so
that's already their top jungle and support. Unless it's not an AP Nautilus in the mid lane, which I highly doubt.
Yeah, but we haven't seen that in a long time. I think MSI was the last time that happened.
It came in once he got buffed, and it left as soon as it came. So the Nico ban, that's good. That's good. Since they don't have their mid laner and their AD carry, that's going to be a good flex pick. Scary enough too, because since they probably have that AoE skirmish team or skirmishes that that has been running throughout this whole tournament so far.
Double ADC ban, probably.
The Nico counter.
Double ban, ADC ban.
Yeah, double. Yeah, I respect that. That's a triple ADC ban for crying out loud. Total. 5 total, in fact.
Kai'Sa's probably the only one.
Yeah, it's probably either be Kai'Sa, Lucian, or
yeah, practically Kai'Sa, Lucian, right?
Jinx,
right? I guess.
Yeah. If anything,
that's
actually okay. That's smart. Then that means they'll probably be having Enchantress support, right?
Exactly.
If they lock in that, yep, there it is.
Something like a Karma would be good, or let's say.
Yeah, Karma, Nami, probably. Lulu, like this. I hate Lulu so much. I really hope they don't pick Lulu. If they pick Lulu, it's gonna be a long game. But maybe they're trying something with their AD carry and their mid lane as well. Maybe they'll have that. These are hack dogs, right? Yeah. If we're going to be basing it from the previous games, this is probably going to be a long game as well. And now we have the Malphite. This is a super scary all-in team from Hack Dogs right now.
This could possibly be Poppy support, actually.
Yeah, it could right now.
After this lockout? Or maybe it's not with support and it's just Poppy top.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Malphite mid.
Yeah, I was about to say they
Assassin Malphite mid. Oh my
There's
goodness.
actually a lot of possibilities.
I love that.
The Malphite mid where they play safe as soon as they hit 6, and then as soon as they hit 6, that monster will be roaming everywhere.
It's so scary, man. It's so scary. Like when that thing jumps on you, it's so scary.
You can't. It's a knockup. So what are you gonna do, right?
And you're playing Varus, so it's an immobile ADC. So you're just gonna destroy him.
Wait. This is like the okay. I like that. Not an Enchantress, but enough to be just a nuisance, right?
This is gonna be a nightmare for the bottom lane.
This is gonna be a funny bottom lane.
Oh, it's Malphite support?
Oh, that is Malphite support. Okay.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, no. Wait. Maybe they're flexing around. Maybe they're still chatting around it. Because there's actually a lot of possibilities that they could go for this.
No. They're gonna go traditional with it, man.
No, I'm just saying if they were smart, there could be a possibility that Hack Dogs wanted to be a little bit more flexible. Because they could have taken Poppy into the bot lane just so they can lock them down.
Oh yeah, actually yes, but there are no dashes actually.
Yeah. But I'm just saying like in case they ever get ganked, you know.
Oh yeah, true.
The Zac and the LeBlanc both get cannoned to it.
Not to mention they would have had. Yeah, they also have a lot of kill pressure once they catch that Zyra. She's one of the squishiest supports, to be honest.
So pretty much, she's basically
burst.
Next to Sona. Well, actually, Sona got her HP buff the other patch. I don't know if it was the lowest HP anymore.
That's good.
But regardless, the moment that this fight probably starts in the bot lane, somebody's gonna die. And they switched the cleanse. They switched the cleanse to bot, which is great. But it looks like it's gonna be a double defense.
They got the more traditional team composition for the red team right over here for the Amazonians, but of course, it's so aggressive for the side of Hack Dogs.
Yeah, Hack Dogs gonna be the super aggressive lane, but since they went for the double defense summoner spells again in the bot lane, just as they did last game, they're probably gonna lose the early game again because it's another Lucian lane, which seems to be the bane of their existence in bot lane. But since they have the root and a slow and possibly another root and knock up once they hit 6. It's shaping up to be better, unless they get like a Guardian again. I swear that'd be really weird to look at out of Zyra.
But anyways, that concludes our drafts. I do kind of favor the red team for this competition.
I do too.
But of course, it's easier to execute for
but
side, right?
Hack Dogs.
Yeah, hype and execution wise, it's easier. So we'll see how it goes because at the end of the day, execution is always key to victory in League of Legends.
Nerves.
Right, so we'll be right back after the loading. Stick with us here at EA.
Bring it back now. I got the moves. Hold up. If you turn around, you gon' face the lead. Shooting from above, go to sleep, you dead.
Let's get into it. We got Hack Dogs versus Amazonian, starting it off strong with everybody going mid.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna run it down into the opposing team's jungle.
Wait, wait, honestly, what happened to Yumi?
Yumi got like absolutely dumpstered.
Oh, she did? That's unfortunate, because I remember seeing her like in solo queue all the time now. I was like, I haven't even seen a bit of her in
She's dumpstered.
Okay, that's
because of her Q, like it doesn't have as much effect anymore.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my god!
Already they see
that's
it,
mobile though. That's very mobile,
W, right? Just like W, yeah, of course. That was actually almost super scary. I thought they were gonna try and blind hook into that.
Yeah, it's good that they sent the LeBlanc there to check that.
Rather than anybody else, they probably would have died or burnt flash. We have Nara probably gonna go in for a deep ward into the blue side jungle. Yep, goes over the wall, seeing who or where they start off. That's gonna be a red side start. That means that they're probably gonna be, if they're smart, they're gonna be focusing on the top side jungle around 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, this is a good start for the Olaf because Olaf's one of those junglers that just hard farms, clears jungle really fast. So his Gank potentials are really bad, 3-6. So he has to like clear
power farm until he gets his either his boots or his ulti.
And
right?
starting off near with the Krugs and the Raptor camps, which is on his red side, is practically the best start.
Yep, he'll probably instant level 3, right? Because he also has Hunter's Talisman, so he has so much survivability once he's level 2 with his Q.
Yeah, and not to mention the lower his HP, the faster his Qs are. So he forcibly reduces his HP so he could power farm even faster.
And then in the moment, and then he gets W. He gets. Did he still get spell vamp on his W? No,
yeah,
right?
He gets spell vamp.
He does. Okay, so yeah, pretty much once he gets Krugs and Razors, that's probably gonna be back at full HP. Yeah, look on the side of the mini map, he's already chunking up back his HP.
Yeah, he's forcibly doing that.
But yeah, again, we have the super safe bot lane with the lethal. Oh, he has lethal tempo. Okay, so he's going for that mid game 2-3 spike or 2-3 item power spike. That's gonna be. We're gonna probably see the first long game of the day.
Yeah, more or less. This is more...
Unless they, Hack Dogs try to do something with that Malphite. there's probably gonna be some stuff popping up.
I'm so scared to go up against that. Like when I play solo queue, when I get matched up with an 18 fight, it's a nightmare. But when I get paired,
wait, Bali, the heal coming out already. The heal from Zyra coming out. Double flashes. And done. They didn't even have Ignite, and they get first blood for Hack Dogs.
Yeah.
One flash from Lucian, heal for the both submersible for Zyra. That's pretty worth it.
Yeah, like we both said, right? Zyra's one of the squishiest
in the game. I knew she was squishy, but like she just died again. Oh, well, I guess she does have aftershock, or none of us has aftershock. So that's gonna be another label in that burst factor.
Yeah, that's why it's actually we're back to the tank support meta, because the amount of kill pressure earlier into the game for the current meta is just so high.
You know, honestly, if Zyra really wanted to survive, she probably could have ran aftershock too.
Oh boy.
Right?
Hold on.
Oh, but here we go, bot. Top side with the gang already from Olaf. Oh! He stops the dash from it, and you can't flash anymore because your granite is going to be a flash EQ from Olaf, and that'll be a second kill for Hack Dogs. That's
the scary
tilting.
Part. Yeah,
that's so annoying to watch from her W.
That's why Poppy's so strong right now when it comes to going up against champions like Gnar.
Mobile
of course,
champions like that.
Gnar used to counter Poppy because of the percentage damage from his hyper and the escape factor from the jumps. But right now, because of that grounding effect, it's just so annoying to deal with.
It's quite the opposite now.
It changes the landscape for Poppy. And even counters some of her counters actually fast.
Yeah, which is really weird. Just to see like one change, the matchup just changes completely.
Anyways, all's well starting for Ateneo Davao. They get the 2 kills.
Okay. I was about to say, do they got
those?
They got that communication on lock? Which they did, but she walked a little bit way too far.
Yeah, and if that landed, it would have been really scary because Olaf is awesome.
But here we go. Olaf is in the vicinity. He gets the Skull Crab. Probably be walking into the bushes. Oh, he doesn't go quite into the river bush though, so they're not gonna try to do anything spicy just yet, because this is pushing into them. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I do think that Zach has to be.
Oh my god!
Trying to weave that in.
This guy is going for it, and I love it. Here we go. She almost reads that dash, just barely missing it because maybe he thought it would have dashed late. But a little bit more trade coming out from Zyra. They are winning the lane pressure right now with all this poke coming out from the plants.
Yeah, I really want to see level 4 from Zach as soon as possible for that extended range of this elastic slingshot.
We have Olaf in the bottom right now. He's in their bush, but I don't think they know that the second bush is warded.
Yeah, and
sorry.
They're about to start. Yeah, there are lots of pings on the bottom side.
There are pings on the bottom side. The Zac is in the tri-bush, and Olaf still in the what's the word? Their bush. So they're probably they're probably be waiting for this for one side to commit first.
All right, so both junglers are probably gonna wait there.
Yeah, they're gonna wait.
For simultaneation because
there you go. Zac goes in first with the E and the Q. After are coming out, and that's gonna be almost instantaneous death. The flash coming out from Vars, Wilson from Nautilus, and now Olaf is in there too. He has no flash, but they unfortunately, if they had a little bit more damage or a little bit of CC in that fight, they could have done that 2v3.
Yeah, I don't think the the Nautilus was able to proc the aftershock in time.
Yeah.
Which is when he did proc the aftershock, his HP was just too low.
He was already low,
point,
and
so
all the bursts already happened.
Yeah.
Because he got like back-to-back CC'd from the E and the Q, so he didn't get a chance to auto attack nor Q with the cast.
If I was able to initiate the aftershock earlier, I think he would have done it.
He would. He definitely would have. Unless they Amazonians would have waited for that little burst. But here, one more time, LeBlanc just harassing the life out of this Malphite.
That's the weirdest thing about
look at that trade. Such a good trade from Poppy with the E and auto attack from compared to Nard's like multiple auto attacks and Q.
That's also the weird part about this is why didn't this Malphite go for the potions, right? Like the corrupting potion, because
maybe not yet. But like, why didn't he start it? Yeah, that's a better question. Here you go. E coming out from Poppy. They're gonna be stopping the Gnar from Eing, but it doesn't matter as if Gnar has the HP advantage, he doesn't have to bother with queuing.
That's so annoying though. He just recovered that trade by throwing his buckler
with the grass.
Rock,
yeah,
the grass.
Yeah.
Because if you throw that buckler, it's actually counted as a melee proc.
Yeah.
For Poppy.
So that applies
That's
on
so fair.
too. Yeah. There used to be some meme videos back then where like Poppy would build Titanic Hydra rapid fire, and then she would proc the Titanic Hydra and toss the shield for
Oh,
like 800. But here we go one more time
This
in the top lane. She should be able to live since he does have E and Flash both at the same time. But the ultimate, he has the Poppy Flash in as well, but that's gonna be Zac coming out as well. The Q coming out from Olaf, barely be able to kill the Gnar, but now Zac is almost in the bridge of killing Poppy, but now this is gonna be probably a kill for Olaf as he takes out one of the blobs, two of the blobs. That's gonna be an ulti, and now he does it, and now he snipes the last blob.
He snipes it with the ultimate. The Keeper's Judgment gets the kill. What the
honestly, I would have tried to have the Olaf kill the Zac and then try to snipe the Gnar
with the Q, right?
Ulti, right?
But that was why Gnar was very hesitant and tried to save his
I think he knew that too. But here we go, one more time. He doesn't have anything more. He has ulti.
Ultimate!
So that's gonna be an ulti.
Oh!
Wait, no!
James Magoots!
Oh my god! No, he does he not know that the debuffs on the main LeBlanc stay?
Does he not know that the main LeBlanc was actually chugging potions there?
Yeah, she was chugging potions and it did. That's bad recognition. That's unfortunate.
She was chugging potions. It was so clear as day, man.
Oh,
my
that
goodness.
sucks. That's and let's
that's one thing that I always
notice.
notice is that I always look for the LeBlanc that has that small particle effect, which is the potions always. I always go for the one with the potions.
It's not like Shaco clone where they duplicate it.
Yeah, where they duplicate. Yeah, the LeBlanc clone does not duplicate any particles.
Do yeah, she just and Nico too. Nico doesn't.
Oh my goodness, that's so tilting.
That's just unfortunate.
But anyways, oh man. Just
let's move on. Let's move on. It never happened.
He could have the lane.
yeah. He could have definitely made that lane his if he just had that kill. But regardless, mistakes happen. Hagdog still have the advantage overall in the 3-1 gold or a 3-1 kill lead with a what is that? Almost 2K gold lead difference. That's all right.
Yeah, Keeper's verdict though, it was. We were surprised with that assassination from the pop with the sniper.
Yeah.
Oh, hold that up.
Oh, here we go. Zac one more time. He gets the auto tech next and now the ulti coming out from Nattles on the Zyra. The TP comes in. That's going to be huge hook. That's going to be teleport in. The ulti from Zyra coming out a little bit too late. A little bit too close. Now there's going to be a 3-man Gnar ulti. Gets the and that's going to be huge. But that's not going to be anything. That's like to take one more round. Zac goes in. He dies and then Lucian gets his triumph proc. And he will be able to, but that's a 2-man Zyra root, but then he's able to get cleansed out of it, and Flash has to waste a little bit now. He has to run, and that's going to be a 3-for-none exchange for Amazonians after that rough start from Hackdogs, and they end up getting the Gnar. Huge retaliation onto the Zac CC on top of each other.
Just a massive Gnar ultimate to save the day right over there. That would have been disastrous for them. The initiation of the calling was able to chunk out the Varus so low, but the Gnar recovery was just the key factor to saving that entire team fight, and now they get the Infernal Drake from it as well.
Surprisingly, that since Zyra missed her ulti so early in that fight, but is that going to be an ulti from Malphite? Wait a minute, that's going to be, there it is, the flash from Zyra covered to get out of it, but that's going to be the flash as well. Does he get the range for the kill? Wait, he's going for it, he gets the kill! That will be Zyra's life for Malphite after that little bit of a hiccup to try and chase her down through the outer turret.
Because building AP Malphite, I think it would have been more worth it if he uses ultimate on the Dragon Pit. I think he could have taken 2 people off of that, maybe even 3.
I don't think it was worth it in the Dragon Pit.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I thought that's alright. I think if anything he should have ulted earlier. Because right, it goes to the majority of the wall, not exact distance.
Yeah, I guess so.
But that's alright. But then now Amazonians are taking us back on the game for this for the kill lead.
Yeah, this is a
5-4
game compared to the other games, right?
But regardless, the bully's still on Hackdog's side. They still got this. Lucian finally finishing his work. 10 minutes in, that's huge.
Yeah, that's really huge.
And now if they ever try to fight in bot lane, that's probably going to be their kill free.
Because the thing about Lucian is that he's really item dependent when it comes to his passive. So the proccing of the guns of the Lightslinger is definitely going to be a massive factor in these exchanges right now. And especially going up against a Zyra.
They could dive. They could dive if they really wanted to.
Yeah, against a Zyra Varus, where there's just no form of defensiveness in this bottom lane tandem. They're just really being shoved in right here because anytime they overstep, that hook is just a guaranteed kill. You've seen how dangerous this Lucian could be with that initial calling. Which is what happened in that team fight. Yeah, during that team fight, but of course the Gnar was there to save the day. But either way, it's still such a scary thing to go up against that. You see how he barely does that. But here we go, one more time in the top lane. The ulti coming out from Gnar to trade down there, but now Malphite's here. The W is out. That's going to be a huge knockup. Another knockup for both of them. Now the Q
And Ignite will seal the deal for Gnar. That'll be another kill for Malphite. It was a 2-0 fashion.
Bounce house right over there. Just knocking him out twice.
You try to double. It's that W up for assurance that the Malphite will get the ulti into the double, into the second knockup, into another Q and Ignite. That was very clean.
There's just no escaping that.
Clean.
If he wasn't Mega Gnar, he might have survived.
Yeah,
but it just timed out.
He couldn't have.
Got there.
Yeah, exactly. It just timed out by the time that fight, the Malphite showed up. So that's bad timing. Good recognition from Hackdogs. And now Olaf, she has no W anymore, and she did not have her Mimic as her W. It is her change right now.
They can win this, actually.
Yep, he goes to flex, he goes for the Q, and that's going to be another mistake from recognizing that LeBlanc is going downwards. Yep, but my god, the reaction time from LeBlanc to go back as soon as she saw the Q, and that could have been a hard
double kill.
That's going to be a double kill for Zach. And into the mid lane.
Was that double kill?
It was double kill.
That's double kill. They're gonna chase for this.
But now bot lane showing up into the party. That's gonna be a third person into the top lane. You get knocked up. You're stunned. That's why you're dead. Now you're another one. No, let's think of the auto attack. Now he's probably gonna have to flash. If he has flash,
he's getting away.
And that's unfortunate as Amazonians take another kill for free.
Wow, jeez, jeez Louise. That just gave a lot of pressure relieving for the bottom side of Amazon's right
These guys are
They invested so much on that and they weren't able to get anything in return. So that's actually a breath of fresh air for this virus.
This is just been another mistake from the LeBlanc. Again, like they're not recognizing that the LeBlanc has the healing potion on her.
Yeah, that's twice in a row actually. They just absolutely devastating.
I don't know, maybe it's tournament nerves, because the clone takes more damage than the regular one. They should have realized that the higher health one was the one that took the Q. One more time, Malphite is going to try to go on her, but with the distortion...
I would have gone in for that one.
Yeah, I would have too, honestly. But I guess it's...
At least just force the flash or something, because there was no...
Force something defensive.
Yeah, there was no chance of retaliation there from the
Since she just popped her combo, why not? Here we go, one more time and the double root coming out. Onto Nautilus, the ulti comes out from Nautilus onto the bars, and that's going to be a Ivershot proc, but he misses the Q, he gets rooted again, and he will just get run down from their whole team. Or from their bot lane and the jungle now. One more time into the mid lane, that's going to be nice! He gets the ulti finally, but I swear to Jesus, okay, he finally gets it right here, and that's going to be another, try to juke him again. Q, but a little bit too short as he didn't get the flash, that's going to be another Q, he gets the snipe, and now LeBlanc is dead, but now that's going to end the bot lane. The plant is just chunking him with the ulti power attack speed buff, and that will be another kill for Zyra. 4-2, that is super scary now. From that huge lead from the beginning of Lucian, now gets retaliated from Amazonians, and now they're in the lead.
Yeah, and they are finally starting to ramp up. The Pistons is finally getting heated here by the Amazonians. They're just winning these small trades left and right. It's just that every time there's been like a chance to grab a lead, it's Hackdogs who's just misplaying these things. They really made proper executions in the earlier stages of the game, but right now I think nerves are starting to get into them. They need to calm down and execute these things better.
They need to start recognizing that their win condition is solely dependent on Virus, at least in the long haul. And that's why Zach has always been down there in the bot lane for the past few ganks. And I don't think they've yet to establish that, they should probably get some deep ward in their jungle, which is what they're doing right now. He finally gets the ward into the blue buff. That's going to be great for him. And there's Desire here taking out the pink ward. Doesn't try to want to commit to yet. I would have actually committed on that fight. Since we know that they just use their ultis. Because by raw power, Hackdogs win that bot lane stream.
I would love to, yeah, exactly. As you say, that is their primary lane right now. Like, there's so much gank pressure. There's just lots of lane priority on the bottom side of the map. So what they should be doing is defending this bottom lane from the Zac ganks. They're investing the Zac on the wrong side, the Olaf on the wrong sides of the map. They shouldn't be defending the solo lanes. The solo lanes are sufficient enough to save themselves. But if they do put the Olaf to match the Zac ganks on the bottom side of the map, they would just be running away with this game, to be honest.
They're doing it right now.
They should be doing this earlier on.
They should have been doing this, exactly.
This is so late already.
I think they tried to put the resources into the top lane, which is
a mistake, to be honest.
It was a high risk, high reward kind of thing. Because I think they just want to take the turret and top lane early, but they couldn't get it since Gnar was playing a little bit too safe. And now Ho coming out from the Nautilus onto the Mars, gets the knock up onto the Zyra. Wow! From Malphite getting a double kill, maybe, but not quite yet, as Lucian is in the backline, running them down. That's going to be a 2-for-2 right now, and then one more time, Poppy saving Lucian from the LeBlanc W, but again, they focused the wrong LeBlanc one more time. That's going to be a glass code. That's going to be a flash from Nar. Barely misses the Q onto him. That's unfortunate. That's going to be another auto-attack spree onto the Poppy, but now Lucian is still there. Nar doesn't have ulti. Oh, yeah, he does actually. He doesn't have any somersaults.
Very tough spot.
But that's godlike W from Poppy to save Lucian from getting hit by the Zac Q into the Nar ulti.
And they're not just yet.
Olaf is still here. What in the world? And now that's gonna be an ulti from Nar. He doesn't have ult never got anymore. That's gonna be another E from Zac. That's a 2-man E. He misses the Q. That's gonna be huge. No CC from that. Gets the knockoff onto Zac. Ease Nar into the wall.
LeBlanc gets killed though.
So LeBlanc gets killed by Lucian.
Lucian's popping
off for a triple kill onto the rest of the team since they have nothing left.
Amazonians just overstayed their welcome at that point. They didn't have any damage source because the LeBlanc was already on her cooldowns. They should have just backed off at that point, but they forgot about the Lucian cooldowns just really low at this point in the game. Even though he doesn't have the cooldowns for it, you should still have to remember is that Lucian is a spell slinging champion, so the cooldowns are really low at that point, and he just went in, took down the highest damage dealing person in the team, and of course Nar was already out of Mega Nar form, so
and they all use their abilities. Yeah, they literally all use their abilities, and since Zac probably has one of the longest ability cooldowns for his whole kit, good recognition just to like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go in and just kill the carry and then run him down later on with the Triumph proc.
I really like your analysis on that point though, is that we really need to see that thought.
Oh, here we go, one more time in the middle, but he's gonna ult out there. Smart, very smart.
I want to point out again that your analysis is right. For Hack Dogs, they really need to be investing this Olaf onto the bottom side of the map because this Lucian is just absolutely scary right now. Like, the solo lanes are so self-sufficient that ganking them is practically impossible, even though the Zac ganks the Malphite, he just ults out of there. If you get the Poppy, she'll just use her steadfast presence to stop any form of engage on herself. But if you gank the bottom side of the map, the follow-up CC from the Zyra and the Varus is just enough to lock down these kills. So if you protect the Lucian, who's 5-1 right now actually, you just have 3 winning lanes at that point.
Yeah.
The purpose of the Olaf is not to snowball the game, but it's actually to defend their leads and even push it further for his team. He's more of like the supporting actor right now. Let's hold that. Wow!
Whoa! Shifan has Ludens, but yeah, it's quite the opposite of what happened in the previous Olaf game where he was the carry. It's more like he's just the support now.
Yeah, he's the support right now. It's his job to make sure that his team stays healthy enough to maintain the lead that they're having.
And now, since Lucian's 5-1, this is the lead that they need. And the fact that Varus still barely has any kills, he is a little bit far behind from reaching critical mass in this mid-game.
That's so true. This is scary. Once Varus starts ramping up in 2 to 3 items, he will just shred through front lines. And look at the team composition for Hack Dogs, which is just front line after front line. That's 3 technical front lines. But Malphite is generally tanky by nature, so it's still effective if you build against the Malphite.
Honestly, I think, actually, wait, hold on, let's hold on top for just for a little bit. As they go into the Dragon Pit, they're setting this up. Teams, but now Lucian uses his dash, that's not good, it's a 3-man knockoff, a 3-man ulti onto Lucian, now Lucian gets hooked.
1-for-1!
Rooted forth by Desire, now he has to pop cleanse, but that's going to be huge for Amazonians as they just completely erase Hack Dogs from the map in a 4-for-2 fashion.
Yeah, 4-for-2 fashion, and the 1v1 from the mid laners actually took each other down in the process
that was actually beautiful.
That was so funny.
But, so, the good recognition from Zac, especially Zac, as to realize that Lucian just uses E. And the moment he uses E, he went in immediately. There were no second thoughts. Into that 3-man E, into a 3-man ulti. Just a beautiful play.
The only saving grace here for the side of Hack Dogs is they're going to be able to get the first turn of the game, possibly. Wait, hold that thought. It's a chase.
Oh, wait, no.
Amazon.
Oh, wait, they get it. Wait.
Yeah, they got that.
Okay, they got it.
But they also get the turn on some side.
Yeah, they trade turrets. Unfortunately, because
unfortunate.
That was two big boys against one beefy girl. So, and with the since Zac did build pure HP, his Demolished is way stronger.
Exactly, and it's looking really grim right now. It's neck and neck. This is our first super close games. Now I see why Hack Dogs has had the longest games of the day so far. During their last 2 games, is they really know how to stick into these games.
Like, yeah, there's no consistent matter. Like there's no Like, there's no really big game plan of, okay, let's do this and let's do that and let's try to make them crumble. It's more of like
sustainability.
Sustain it and then like do play-by-play fashion.
But now that we see the maps opening up, like 2 turrets are down for the side of the Amazons, and the one turret destroyed from the side of Hotdogs. This is the moment of this is the chess match. Vision is definitely key for victory
whoever
over
gets
here.
tempo.
Yeah, it's on tempo plays. I'm pretty sure that it should be funneling all the resources onto this Varus right now for the side of the Amazons still. Because now that they have broken up the map, they should be putting him on lanes where there will be funneling of these... what do you call this? Oh, hold that thought. There's actually 4 people.
Yeah, there is a 5-man dive on this volley right now. Let's zoom out again one more time. The blow-up is coming in with the Rex going into
Good night, sweet prince!
And then you are not able to... That was a little bit excessive.
Oh, deletion!
wait, what? Did he get just chunked by the plants and not...
No, he wasn't looking at the turret. It was a turret. He soaked up 4 auto attacks from the turret.
That is heavy. But that's okay. It could have been worse, I guess. Worse mistakes have happened. In general, but they probably could have gotten the second turret if he didn't die. Regardless, good recognition that the bot lane wards are no longer there. Therefore, let's try to dogpile onto this bot lane. Because the thing about their bot lane, they're immobile.
Yeah, super immobile. There's no form of mobility for them besides their flashes. So technically, they are the most vulnerable, which is why I do suggest putting them in the mid lane, considering that that's the shortest lane in the game. So you could funnel everything onto the Varus, and it's so easy to respond to them if you put them in the mid lane because it's the lane that's accessible to practically every single side of the map, right? So yeah, just put them in the mid lane and try to do the 1-3-1 strategy since LeBlanc can hold out on her own on the side lanes as well. It's really hard to gank her considering the amount of mobility she has.
That double flash essentially double flash property. Now I guess the train and the Q onto the Niles, but that's not gonna be anything because he's way too tanky. As he does have his Solari, and he still has actually 3 biscuits. That's actually kind of surprising. Yeah. So like another thing I want to point out about the side of being Varus and Zyra being the key winning of their lanes. The major thing about mid game is that this Olaf and Malphite are going to be super scary for them because once Olaf pops his Righteous Glory and his ulti, they cannot stop him from reaching that Varus.
No stopping.
And with on top of that,
Malphite can set it up, right?
Exactly. If they expend resources to stop the Olaf, that means Malphite gets in.
Yeah,
if they expend the resources to the Malphite, Olaf gets in.
Yeah, and not to mention, Olaf knocks them up, so he actually preps them up with the stopping their mobility so that Olaf can get close enough for them.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing I do want to point out though is that it's just absolutely necessary for this Varus to get defensive items such as the Q hold that thought.
Yeah, he probably needs to have like a stopwatch,
QSS
right?
and the Hex Drinker, more or less, because there's just so much CC for the side of Hotdogs that he needs to get himself alive. It's better to be able to sustain yourself and push out DPS instead of building DPS and not being even be able to use it.
I think he just wants to hit the critical mass of Ginsu's Runons, and then to follow into like maybe stopwatch GA QSS, right?
True.
Which is basically the as soon as Varus gets his defensive items, this game is probably over. It'll be Amazonian side. Here we go. They're trying to really want this bot lane. 2 people onto this Poppy still as they cannot really breed her down. But that's gonna be a huge. That's gonna be a W, and she does not have distortion up. Yes, she does actually, but it's gonna be too late as she gets knocked up. And I think her ulti got canceled by the last second of Vanala's ulti approaching as it is on cooldown right now.
All outer turrets are down, but look at this. They're actually trying to corral this with 3 people heading towards the bottom side of the map.
You don't have any MR, lady. That's gonna be another. Oh, there you go.
Bounce
knockup into another knockup from both ultis from Malphite and Poppy, and this is over. That's a wrap for the 2 people in their bot lane as they try to be a little bit.
Doing there?
Yeah, because they had the recognition. Right? It was all right on paper to try and get this Poppy since she has no MR and Zyra has this Leandries, so that she gets so much % damage on top of her having a little MR.
Am I looking at this properly? Am I seeing a Warmox onto this Nara?
Yeah, that is right. But he doesn't even have enough HP for the Warmox to proc. Yeah. And it's for melee only, isn't it?
Yeah, right. That's right. That's exactly right. I do think that the Poppy should have built Blade of the Ranking and the the Frozen Mallet, and just start doing the split pushes on the side lane and the side lanes. Because
really?
Yeah. Because here's the thing. The build order for the Gnar is that if you're going to go for side lane split pushing, you just go build the carry build items, such as the Warp and the slow from the mallet and the sustainability from that as well. But if you go for team fight oriented builds, you go with this kind of build. But the problem is you don't want to go for the 5v5 matchups because you're practically gonna lose that. Your win conditions are in the split push, considering you have the LeBlanc to split push, right? It's a 1-3-1 team composition here on the red side, and it's more of a 5v5 composition here on the blue side.
Yeah, it's a run down team, like I think. But here we go, one more time. The Malphite gonna 100-0. The Zyra wow, she ulted a little bit too late, and that's not gonna matter as LeBlanc gets the 600 gold shutdown onto the Malphite.
My goodness, that would have been fancy if you lived through that. But sadly, the LeBlanc was there.
Yeah, that was really good to recognize that. Yeah, let me just burst this person real quick. She won't be ready for it, right? And she wasn't.
This is what I've been talking about.
Into Olaf onto the Gnar, but I think this is going to be a winning loss for Olaf as
no, it's not actually. He's turning it around. Here comes the illusion though.
Oh, but here we go. Now this is going to be a turnaround for here. That the right are finally coming out. Naragar does not have Gnar up as he does not have the bar for it just quite yet. And a W coming from Poppy. She got everything. That's going to be a stun into the Lucian's burst DPS combo coming out.
That was what I've been talking about. If he built for the board right over there and had like the extra attack speed and the slow, I think he could have bursted Olaf before the cavalry have arrived and he could have escaped from that. It's just that the pressure that he could be relieving off of his team by doing split pushes with that kind of build could have been more important compared to just helping his team where they're still gonna lose the 5v5 matchups because of the backline access that Hackdogs just has with his team composition. It's insane to peel against a composition like this. I think the only compositions that could peel against something like that would be a Janna. Zyra is a damage dealer, not a peel champion, so it's just impossible to peel for this right now, which is why their only saving grace could have been the split push, but they're dooming themselves.
I don't think there's really a shot caller for Amazonians, which is what's happening really.
Yeah, that's
because if you had a shot caller, obviously they'd just be splishing the whole time because I'm pretty sure they recognize that Hackdogs is just grouping up constantly.
Yeah, constantly.
As 5. And they have seen that. But at one point, the Malphite is 100. That hurts a lot with the electrocute damage. You didn't even see it go off. And that is the reason why AP Malphite is so scary.
This is why I don't like going up against this in solo queue. He just absolutely bursts everybody.
And you can't do anything about it. The moment he knocks you off, it's just enough amount of time for him to just burst you, and then that Q is going to track you.
Yeah, and a 4v5, this is practically the perfect match.
And this has been the one, and they took out the person that was actually like one of the scariest for their Baron call. And now Zach coming in, and what's he able to do? He doesn't try to jump over the wall, and Poppy now TPing in as Meganar didn't quite come up, so he didn't be able to stop
fight for this.
They can't do it. See, he gets stopped now from the Poppy W, and that's going to be a free ulti, free Baron. And now you get out of there with that Poppy ulti, and now they're going to go back and reset and probably go back to the split pushing meta, or they probably try to go for a 0-4-1 or a 1-4-0.
Yeah, this is the thing I've always talked about my team in Brain Esports is that when you get into situations like this, you need to rethink of your plans. You have to be adaptive every single time in the game.
Yeah, keyword adapt.
If your solo queue games is always one-sided builds, when it comes to professional play, you need to learn when to change your builds. And this is exactly the same for the Poppy. I'm pretty sure he's so used to solo queue in like being the team fighting player.
This is by the book stuff,
This is by the book stuff. But if you get into professional play, sometimes you just have to reassess things and just readjust to how the game is being played out. This is a prime example.
No, that's going to be really bad. But however, Olaf does get rooted by a Zyra. Doesn't want to try to commit anything with his ulti, so that's going to be used Righteous Glory or Olaf. But regardless, they still have the Baron buff, so this is going to be super scary for them. And then that's going to be a root from LeBlanc, but you can't really kill him. Nice W reaction onto the Zac from Poppy. That's huge as they don't have anymore. That's
here comes Malphite!
But now it's going to be a huge... No, Malphite onto the backline gets Zyra immediately. Doesn't get anything off now. Meganar also in the backline trying to kill Olaf, but he doesn't get it as Lucian does so much DPS. One more time. Zac tries to ease in, gets the double too. And now Varus is there from the silence too. And now LeBlanc is the last one left.
Oh, no.
And with Zac being the last one with his passive, and that's probably... is that the game?
Yeah, that's practically the game. These are 30-second death times.
Wait, what happened to Varus? I just saw...
Varus couldn't move. He was in the middle of everybody.
Oh, okay. Because I saw people were everywhere, and then I really focused on the backline.
I was looking at Varus actually. He broke everything, the barrier and all that, but it's just so much.
But he felt Bloodthirster. That's not that. In my opinion, it's not the best item to build against this
I would have went for... He wasn't able to use his flash because he was chain CC'd.
Yeah.
That's why I said QSS or Hex Drinker because it would have been more effective. But that's all she wrote. 30-second death timer is too long.
31-minute game for Hackdogs. That's actually pretty fast considering how long the games have been previously.
Yeah.
So Amazonians...
That's...